Hello guys, this is CodeNCode and this is video editorial for the problem 01 game taken from educational round 90 from Codeforces educational round 90, and this was B problem. So the problem is very easy. We are given a string S, which is a binary string. That means it contains only two characters, 0 and 1. This is a game theory problem, so of course there is a game. So Alice and Bob are two persons who are playing game. Alice goes first and then Bob, and then they play alternatively. Basically, Alice starts Alice starts and then Bob, and then Alice, then Bob, and so on. So during each move the current player chooses two. So what is happening here is that you must choose two distinct characters. They must be distinct and they must be consecutive. So the current player chooses two distinct characters which are adjacent to each other and then deletes it. For example, if this is the input string 10110001, so there are these many possible moves. I can delete these two, so the remaining would be 11001, or I can delete these two, so the result would be 11001 again. I can remove these two. Remember, I cannot remove these two because these two are same. They must be consecutive and they must be different, so I cannot remove 1 So this is not a move, but this is a move, and so on. So as the question states, Alice starts first and they take turn alternatively. The person who cannot move the person who cannot make a move loses. So we have to tell which one wins, either Alice or Bob. So this is the problem. So if I show you another example, so this is the example test case. We have to print DA if Alice wins, otherwise we have to print NET. So in, of course, first move Alice wins because he can make a move. There are only two characters which are distinct, and of course they are consecutive to each other. Alice can remove this, and then Bob will not be able to make any move. In the second test case, there are no moves, so of course Alice cannot make any move, so he loses. Here what Alice can do, there's only one possible way to start, to delete these two characters which are in between. Then of course the next character which will remain will be 01, and again Bob can remove that, so Alice cannot make a move. Of course Alice loses, and then we are printing NET. So the problem is very easy. If I explain you the problem, the solution of the problem can be found by simply asking a simple question, a very simple question. The question is, how many steps the game lasts? The game, let me tell you, lasts exactly after X steps. So what I mean by it is that there are some game theory problems where game may last in X move or Y move or Z move, or basically more than one possible ways to end a game. But here to end this game there is only a single unique way. I mean, not unique, but the number of steps are going to be same. So the question is, how are you so how many steps does the game last? So if you can count this, the answer is simple. So if the number of steps are odd, then Alice wins. Of course, if there is one step, so Alice can make the step, and then Bob will not be able to make any steps, so he loses. If there are three steps, so Alice, Bob, Alice, and then Bob is not able to make any move. So if the total number of steps are odd, Alice wins, otherwise Bob wins. So all we have to do is count the total number of steps, and then if it is even, we would print NED, something like that. We would print DA if the number of steps are odd, otherwise we would print NET, I guess. Yes. So now that question, that brings us to another question, that is how to count the total number of steps. Well, it is this. The total number of steps are minimum of either the 0 count or 1 count. Why is that so? Let me show you. Now see, this is, suppose, is the input. Now there are only 3 zeros. Why this is happening is here, what it tells that the game will end after exactly 3 moves. Why is that so? See, whenever first thing, just pause the video and try to make 4 moves, just 4 moves, because I'm saying the game will end after 3 moves. Just try to make 4 moves, right? So I'm assuming that you have paused the video and done whatever you wanted to do. Just let me tell you why that would happen. Now whenever a person makes a move, 10 and 11 gets removed from the overall input, right? 1 0 and 1 1 gets removed from the input. So if there are three, if there are 3 zeros and suppose 10 ones, the game cannot go for fourth move, because to play the fourth move you have to have 4 zeros at least, but there are only 3 zeros, so the game cannot go beyond 3 steps. So that is why the total number of steps will be exactly the minimum of 0 or the 1 count. And since that tells you the total number of steps of the game, now all you have to check is that how whether the total number of steps are odd or even. If that is odd, then we would print DA, otherwise we would print NET. So what I'm doing here is simply taking the input string, and A and B I'm initializing to 0. A is counting the total number of 0 and B is counting total number of 1. So minimum, taking minimum F and checking whether it is odd. If it is odd, I'm printing DA, otherwise printing NET. So this was all for this lecture. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you have understood how to solve this problem, and if you have any doubt or query, of course you can ask in the comment section. So till the next video drops, keep coding. Thank you.